Hi everybody, I hope you are all well and studying lots for your exam. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Suzanne. I am an English teacher from Ireland based in Segovia in Spain, and I help students pass the Escuela Oficial de Idiomas exam for B2 and C1 level. So today we're going to look at what not to say, and I'm going to give you some substitutes for that. You can use this for your formal writing, but you can also use it for speaking as well. But it's especially useful for formal writing because I see many of my students in formal writing use the term a lot of or lots of, when really we can substitute it with more formal collocations. So let's cut to the chase. Vamos al grano. And let's look at what I'm going to teach you today to use instead. So one option, there are many different things that you can do here, but what we're going to look at today is, instead of saying lots of, using the word amount. Amount is like suma or cantidad, but we're going to put it together with other words. So we're going to look at collocations with the word amount. So you'll see a big difference with lots of and what I'm going to teach you now. So collocation number one, a huge amount of. Note the pronunciation, huge, not hooge or hoogie or hooch, huge. A huge amount of, so huge is a lot of, a big amount, a large amount of. There is a huge amount of money involved in refurbishing the school. So imagine you had to write a report or a proposal about investing money in the school in your town. There's a huge amount of money involved. So básicamente cuesta mucho dinero in refurbishing, so reformando, refurbishing the school. So instead of there's a lot of money involved in refurbishing the school, or it costs a lot of money to refurbish the school, you could say there's a huge amount of money involved in refurbishing the school. And remember, frases comodín, we can take out refurbishing the school and write there's a huge amount of money involved in vaccinating the entire population. There's a huge amount of money involved in getting public transport to the little villages in Spain, for example. Okay, so always try and think of substituting this, writing your frases comodín, making lists of these phrases that you can use for other topics as well. So a huge amount of. Number two, a vast amount of. So we're still with amount, but instead of huge, we're saying vast, which is a big amount of, a large amount of. So for example, there's a vast amount of resources, pronunciation resources, online for learning English. You guys know because you found me online, but it's not the same as having an English teacher. So there's a vast amount of resources online for learning English, but it's not the same as having an English teacher. Okay? So a vast amount of resources, lots of resources, but instead of saying lots of resources, a vast amount sounds way better and will impress the examiners. Number three, a substantial amount. Substantial is the same in Spanish. So a substantial amount of people are now working from home. You have to talk about the pandemic. As a result of the pandemic, instead of lots of people or a lot of people are working from home, a substantial amount of people, and this makes you sound very intelligent and much more formal, y sobre todo aprobar el examen. Okay? And collocation number four, a considerable amount. Same in Spanish, considerable. Note the pronunciation. Considerable. A bull, a bull, a bull. This A-B-L-E is not able. It's only able in table and able, capaz, but not in this word. Considerable. Considerable, considerable, considerable. So considerable amount of Spanish people eat biscuits for breakfast. Biscuits, not biscuits, biscuits. A considerable amount of Spanish people eat biscuits for breakfast. Esto me llamó mucho la atención al venir aquí hace 17 años, yeah? Because in Ireland, we don't eat biscuits for breakfast. We eat sausages, which is also strange, but we don't eat biscuits for breakfast. And I hate when my children eat biscuits for breakfast when they go visit their yaya or their dad insists at the weekend on having something sweet for breakfast. But I live in Spain, so I have to turn a blind eye or ignore this issue. A considerable amount of Spanish people eat biscuits for breakfast. We eat biscuits in Ireland, but at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, but not for breakfast. Okay? So a considerable amount of Spanish people or a considerable amount of teenagers are addicted to their mobile phones. A considerable amount of the population is vaccinated. Okay? So you get the idea. I hope that was useful. If it was, subscribe for more videos. Have a good day.